Okay, so I'm making this video because I've noticed not enough people know the right strategy or the basic concept behind Connect 4 and how you should play. So I pretty much just want more people to know how to play Connect 4 really well. So it really makes a difference if you are player 1 or if you're player 2, and this is why. Let's say they stack up on each other in the beginning of the game. This usually won't happen, but we can see that player 1 is in all the odd rows. So in the first, third, and fifth rows, and player 2, which is the beige ball, naturally plays more in the second, fourth, and sixth rows. This is really interesting because it means the best or the strongest possible Connect 4s for red, let's say, who is player 1, will be in the odd rows. So player 1 should always try to win in the first, third, and fifth rows. And the best or strongest wins for player 2 will be in the second, fourth, and sixth rows. And I'll show you how we figured that one out. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what happens when there's only one column left in the game. So right now it is player 2's turn. He's the beige ball, so obviously he's going to go in the right column because he can't go in the left one or else he loses. Because red has a win in an odd numbered row, that's row in the fifth row. Beige, also has a win in the sixth row, which is technically a strong win for him because he's player 2, so he needs wins in an even row. 6 is an even number. But player 1 is going to win because he has a strong win. He has a win on the fifth row, which is odd. And it is lower than player 2's win, which is on the sixth row. So even though these are both strong wins, player 2 will naturally have to play in the fourth row, leaving player 1 to play in the fifth row and win. Okay, here's another good example. They both have a win. Player 1 and player 2 both have a win in the second row on that right column, on the last column that's left in the game. They both win. And interestingly enough, they both actually win on the third column, the third row as well, on the third height. Red wins horizontally, and beige wins diagonally. For the second one, it's beige wins diagonally, beige wins horizontally, and red wins diagonally. So what's interesting here is even though they both have two wins right on top of each other, beige wins on the second height and third, red wins on the second height and third, and they both have a strong win because beige has a strong win for him. He was player 2, and he has a win on an even numbered row. And red has a strong win for him. He has a win on an odd numbered row. It's whoever has the lower one which will win. So since the column is completely clear, there's nothing in it, it is red's turn because he naturally plays in the odd numbered rows, forcing himself to lose and making beige win because he had the lowest strong win. Okay, so pretty much I think that's all I'm going to cover. That gives a general idea that whoever goes first should try to get wins that end up being in the first column, and whoever goes second should try to get wins that end up being in the even columns. I think I said first column for player 1. It should just be odd columns for player 1. So 1, 3, 5 if you went first, and you should try to win in 2, 4, 6 if you went second. There's a lot of cases where this doesn't work perfectly. It still applies, but it's a little more complicated cases where you have to think a little bit harder and it's not as clear cut. I might have to make a video about that, but that's for another day. So yeah, I should be doing math homework right now. See you guys.